Back in the Valley of the Mines. There shouldn't be any enemies here. I think we're gonna just head toward the castle as soon as possible. See what the hell is going on here, really. We should have some allies here. Keeping an eye on the orcs, but what does that mean exactly?
He really didn't deserve that.
That was obvious all along.
I don't believe this is going to change. It's good that you've come. All hell is breaking loose here.
What happened?
The dragon hunters are strutting around here in the castle and bragging that they can solve the dragon problem. But I'll tell you what, the way they look, they won't even kill a sick old snapper. A lot of us are getting really worried by now and no longer truly believe that we'll ever make it out of here alive.
Weren't there two of you sentinels up here?
Not anymore. Sengrath stood here on the battlements when suddenly he fell asleep. His good crossbow fell down when that happened. We could only just see one of the orcs snatch it up and disappear with it into the darkness. Sengrath woke up then and just ran into the night towards the orc palisades. He hasn't come back since. In us, be with us.
So a dumbass.
Do you have any news?
The dragon hunters have arrived. They strike me as tough bastards, and I hope they are, because otherwise they won't survive for long.
Show me your wares.
Nothing really interesting.
Hey! You're pulling such a long face.
Oh, damn it to hell. I tell you, you have to watch like a hawk. If you turn your back for a moment, all your stuff is gone. Dirty scum.
What scum?
Those dragon-hunting riffraff, of course. Who do you think I was talking about? You gotta watch out, I tell you.
I'm in enough trouble as it is.
Did someone steal from you?
No. They smuggled 20 gold pieces into my pocket. Of course they stole something, you idiot. I tell you, when I get my hands on the dirty swine.
So what are you missing?
My purse, with all my savings in it. And now it's gone.
It'll turn up somewhere.
When I get my hands on him.
I already thought as much.
I agree with you completely.
Well, for all I know, I'm the one who stole it.
That's not what I heard.
Ooh, dragon hunters.
What are you doing here?
I'm getting ready to fight. What else?
Sort of looks like he has,
Nobody ever
yeah, the
asks for
helmet doesn't quite fit. It doesn't go over the nose, and looks like the eyes are not really protected. It's a little too small for him.
That's all just gossip.
You mustn't.
Have you separated from your group?
My group? I don't have a group. I'm a trophy collector. If I go home without a trophy, then I won't know what I came for. So I can't use anybody else.
I'm not telling you anything new.
For that is the will of
Don't the paladins mind you being here?
Nonsense. They have entirely different problems. Most of them are glad to be still alive. The boys' morale isn't the best. That will be their downfall. I mean, just look at those nicked blades they're fixing to go into battle with. Any reasonable warrior would desert immediately.
That's not what I heard.
He didn't get that from me.
Can you help me improve my weapons?
Improve? Better to buy something new and throw away the junk you're carrying around. Maybe I've got something for you. Interested?
See that I can't help him.
But he knew that all
What can you sell me?
I don't really have much for a magician, but you can take a look anyway.
Berserker Axe, yeah. Strength requirement 170.
He listened to the wrong people.
Good equipment.
I've heard a thing or two.
I'd have done it differently.
He really didn't.
Who do you want to fight against?
I thought I'd drop in on the paladins and kick their fat asses. Idiot. Against the dragons, of course. What did you think?
He listened to the wrong people.
Have you set eyes on a dragon yet?
No. I want to get my weapons in shape before I set off.
That was obvious all along.
Aren't you afraid that somebody might beat you to it?
What? Who? Silvio? Have you seen the pathetic figures he's got with him? Silvio can be glad if he gets out of here alive.
I'm not
Silvio was here?
Here in the castle, you mean? Yeah, he was. But only for a short time. He chatted with a few people here and then set out again.
anymore.
I'm not touching that.
So where is Silvio now?
The paladins here mentioned an ice dragon in the west. It's supposed to be the most dangerous and powerful of them all. You should have seen the gleam in Silvio's eye when he heard that. One guess where he went.
You don't seem to like him.
What do you mean, like? I'm not particularly proud that I know him. Silvio doesn't have any friends. He needs people who follow him no matter what. That's not for me. I work alone.
Better off myself.
Okay, at least he wasn't too shy about it. He looks like he has a good armor, good weapons, knows what he's doing. So where the hell is your smith then?
It was a really stupid idea to come here. I thought there was something to be had here. But there's nothing here but a few arrogant paladins and orcs.
I wouldn't be so sure.
You forgot about the dragons.
How could I forget? I'll tell you what, I'm a blacksmith, not a warrior. Look, I make weapons. The fighting I leave to others.
Then why aren't you standing behind an anvil?
The paladins here won't let me into the smithy. I can't make anything unless I want to wind up in the dungeon.
Nobody ever asks for my opinion.
I'll try to help you.
How will you manage that? Parsifal has ordered a watch kept on us. No one would dare to disregard it.
I'll do whatever I can.
I can't imagine that he would listen to you.
Why stop that? The smithy isn't being used or anything.
It was obvious all along.
What happened in the castle?
Nothing that I've heard. Of course, I'm worried about what's happened outside the castle.
For that is the will of Innos.
Where do you come from?
I've joined up with some men from the mountains. We were headed for the valley to make a real profit hunting dragons. Their leader went by the name of Silvio. Boy, what an ass. He treated me like I was his property.
I've heard a thing or two.
Will it ever change?
It was just like you said.
Where do you come from?
From the mainland.
Amazes me.
My people and I fled here. The situation there is getting worse. The orcs leave nothing but burned out villages behind. The king has lost control of his realm.
Where are your people now?
I left them. They thought they could take everything they wanted, even if it doesn't belong to them. Count me out.
What else do you know about the war?
The orcs are outside the capital,
Everything you hear.
but whether it's fallen yet,
Nothing
I don't
amazes
know.
me.
The last thing I heard was that the king is dead,
For that is the
but
will
I don't
of
believe that.
I never knew.
What are you doing here in the castle?
I heard about the dragons and wanted to help fight them. Unfortunately, I lost my sword when I was sneaking past the orcs.
Enlightens all
And now I'm stuck here. Without a sword, I can't get out of here. And the swords I can buy here are the worst junk.
I shall find your sword.
That would be great. You should look for it on the high cliff to the south. I probably lost it there, near the orc tents.
I don't believe this is going to change. That's all just gossip. I don't believe this is going to change. I'm not telling you.
Don't I know you? You were Korangar. You used to be a Templar in the swamp camp.
Call me Angar. I have set aside my title. The Brotherhood of the Sleeper has disbanded. Curious, but you seem somehow familiar to me. Yet I cannot quite recall you.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, I haven't been able to sleep properly for some time. These constant nightmares.
Yeah, he's possessed.
How did you get here?
After the collapse of the magic barrier, I hid myself in the mountains. It became time for me to do something. I strayed about for days until I suddenly awoke in the castle. Do not ask me what happened. I don't know. To make matters worse, I have also lost the amulet which I have had for years. I shall go mad if I do not find it again. I never knew that. Who said that?
It can't go on like this forever.
The Brotherhood of the Sleeper has been enslaved by evil. Your former friends from the swamp camp roam the land wearing black robes, feeling really irritated by anything that moves.
What are you talking about? The last thing I remember is that the barrier collapsed, accompanied by a nerve-shattering scream. Stricken with panicked fear, we fell to the ground, writhing in pain. That voice, it grew ever louder. And then, when it was over, they all ran mad and disappeared into the bleak night, screaming loudly. I have not seen them again.
They serve the enemy now and are nothing but soulless warriors of evil.
By all the gods, would that I had not allowed myself to be blinded so. That will never happen to me again. That I swear. Those who recognize his wisdom.
Where exactly did you lose your amulet?
Somewhere in the south, shortly before I awoke here in the castle. I suspect it was stolen. I absolutely must have it back. Nobody will learn anything from me.
What will you do next?
I shall rest a while first, so that I may take up the search for my lost amulet. I have heard something of dragons. It is also being said that many warriors have come to the Valley of Mines to hunt them. I am thinking of joining them.
I already thought
He was a very, very, very good warrior at the first game.
Amazes me anymore.
The leader of our faction, in fact.
That's really not my problem.
I've my own opinion.
Templar faction. Heavy armor, 200 weaponry, and spell casting ability.
I've my own opinion about that.
Okay, apparently I found his amulet.
Maybe I can help you find your amulet.
Why not? Some help cannot hurt. He listened to the wrong people.
Where do you want to look?
I shall go to the south, where I was last. There is a cave tomb there, surrounded by many boulders.
I wouldn't be so sure.
What about the dragon hunters?
I will speak with them later. Maybe they can use a strong arm. He listened to the wrong
When will you
people.
go?
As soon as I feel better.
That was obvious.
I've got to go.
Watch your back. Enos enlightens all those
Angar's
who recognize
amulet.
his wisdom.
You have it.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Yeah, we do.
I'm not telling you anything new.
I found your amulet.
Thank you.
Where did you pick
I thought
that
I would
up?
never see it again. Is it really true?
What makes it so special for you?
This is
It
going to
was a gift.
I see.
Do you really believe that?
What are you planning to do now?
Get out of this accursed valley. Perhaps we shall meet again. Farewell.
It can't go on like this forever.
I feel sort of at least partly responsible for the other people in the swamp camp, especially since they have such a shitty fate. There's only a few of us left, so at least it shouldn't be too much of a bother to cover our asses.
I already thought as much.
If he doesn't see that,
I was part of at the end of the first game, part of the Templars too. So basically the guys who were responsible for the safety of the entire group there.
Hey!
Ah, so you're the guy who made it across the pass.
Yes.
Great. I'm Engor. I manage this expedition. Just don't get the idea that I give anything away for free. But if there's gold in your pockets, I'm always willing to cut a little deal.
You're the one who deals out the rations, or so I've heard.
That's right. Why? Should I feed you now too? If there's anything you want, you'll pay for it. Just like everyone else.
Maybe I can help you with your work.
Sure, why not? I could use some help.
So, what needs to be done?
Our food supplies are low. Above all, we're almost out of meat. So if you could get us some meat, raw or cooked, ham or sausages, that would be much appreciated. How about it? Will you help us?
Don't worry, I'll get you some meat.
About 24 chunks of meat would help me feed quite a few hungry mouths. Come back when you have the meat. I need to get back to my work now.
Yeah, I've got your meat right here.
Hey, you! Here, I bought you something.
Great. You brought enough meat. That'll do for a while. But don't get the idea that I'll give you anything for free now.
Show me your wares.
A good selection of bows. Ammunition. Amulet of fire. What's this? Map of the Valley of Mines. Not. Ooh, lockpicks. I'll get them all. Summon Demon. I'll take that. We probably can cast that at some point, however, at this point we have 2 extra skulls of demon summoning, so we can, if we encounter some kind of hard fights, in example killing a dragon, we might be able to rely on demons. At least a demon to make things a little bit easier. It would be a good test for them. I'm not all that sure about, well, skeletons will be useless because they really use fire. Not sure about golems. Essence extra. Forget about it.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
Okay, let's go meet with the paladins. Proper situation update. At this point I will start by cleansing the orc areas here. To some extent, I don't intend to clean them out, there's no point in it.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
I think we've looted these places quite thoroughly already. Even if we haven't, I doubt we can find anything too interesting in there.
Hey, you! Anything new?
If you want to learn the news, then ask the...
I'm staying out of it.
Nobody ever asks me.
You don't have to tell me that.
I'm back.
I can see that for myself. Where are the reinforcements?
Lord Hagen will come as soon as he's settled everything. Much has happened.
I don't care. I need troops. There are more and more orcs, and we can't hold out much longer. My men are tired, and we're running out of provisions.
Some volunteers have arrived.
You mean the dragon hunters outside in the yard? They may help us.
No secret.
But there just aren't enough of them. If Hagen doesn't send some men soon, I can't make any guarantees.
I'm staying out of it.
Can you give me more information about the dragons?
I have other things to worry about. My strategic officer Aura can tell you more about that.
There is a problem with the smith.
What, Smith? He's disappeared into the woodwork. Is he back? Then you can tell him.
No, I'm talking about Jan. One of the dragon hunters. He's a smith.
That's good. Our previous smith just slinked off, the coward.
Jan would be willing to take over the smithy.
I see. So you think I can trust him?
Yes?
If you're so sure, then you can vouch for him. If he causes any trouble, you'll answer for it. Agreed?
Fine. What could possibly go wrong?
That was no big deal.
I'll vouch for Jan.
All right. He can use the smithy. Of course, he'll also have to provide my men with swords.
Tell me that isn't true.
That's nothing new.
Hey! I'm back already.
I never thought we would see you here again. After that scene when you were here a few days ago, I can see that you have been made a magician. My respects. Maybe your appearance is a good omen.
I need more information about the dragons.
A rather large swamp has developed in the last couple of days to the west of the old castle. That's rather suspicious, wouldn't you say?
Can I help?
At the moment, we seem to have done everything which is possible from here. There is something, however, something very important which you could do for us outside of these walls. We are planning to cut off the serpent's head.
What do you mean by that?
We know one of their leaders. His name is Hoshpak. He is one of the most influential shaman among the orcs.
And what is my role?
Kill him.
That's a joke.
It is not easy for me to ask this of you, Master, but you would be the best choice for this assignment. Hoshpak's tent is situated outside of the siege circle, on a cliff to the south of here. You can almost see it from one of the windows there.
All right, I shall kill Hoshpak.
I am glad to hear that. Hoshpak's tent stands on a small cliff. You must have seen it before. It is not far from the path to our mine, directly in the shadow of the big mountain.
Any news?
The orcs are becoming more and more numerous. This is not good.
Did anything important happen?
I'm worried. Very worried.
What for?
Recently, these men showed up. They call themselves dragon hunters. As far as I'm concerned, they're nothing but idlers and criminals. If it were up to me, I'd chase them all out of the castle. Let the orcs take care of them.
Don't you think you're exaggerating?
Absolutely not. In our situation, we need men who set a shining example. Warriors to wake the fire of Innos in our fighters' hearts. Instead, these scum destroy the morale of my warriors.
You should give them a chance.
They're getting one, unfortunately. Garand is convinced they can be of help to us, but I'll keep an eye on them. We have enough problems with the orcs. We really don't need more trouble.
And apart from that?
Leave me alone.
I think Percival is going out of his way to look for more trouble. I'm not saying that the integration of the Dragon Hunters is going to be flawless and there aren't going to be difficulties, but he's basically guaranteeing it by the way he's acting, and the damage is starting to be down on the morale. That because it's not a unified front against the orcs anymore. It's the orc is an outside threat, and inside there's starting to be additional threats. So it'll ruin the morale.
Who said that?
All quiet.
Quiet? Yes.
But
My navel's rubbing against my backbone, man. Garan cut the food rations again. If I don't get a decent meal down my throat, then I'm going to bite Garan's fat ass.
Those are all just rumors.
maybe I could give you something.
Are you crazy? Certainly not here. If one of the others sees, I'll have a ton of new friends, if you know what I mean. You can find me in the Magician's Temple when everyone else has retired. There's hardly anyone in the temple at this time anyway. I'll wait for you there. But just don't show up with dry bread or some raw hunk of meat, got it?
That was quite obvious. It's exactly what I said.
This seems
That's totally obvious. Can't believe
questionable. I'll do it, but still seems questionable. It's not really a bother for us. We aren't using food to heal anymore.
You mustn't believe everything you hear. You already know what I think.
Why aren't you at work?
But that's disgusting! Have you had a look in my chamber? Those filthy meat bugs are everywhere. I have no idea who set up quarters in there before, but I'm certainly not going back into that filthy sty. I hate those beasts, and stop grinning like an idiot.
You didn't get that from me.
I've got something for you.
Excellent. I'll train you if you like.
I want to become stronger.
Not really. It was a quest I wanted to get out. Meat bags. No, I guess I was got to do this.
Come here, damn beast.
Yeah, one of the men at arms immediately came here.
That's exactly what I said.
I've still got it.
I knew that would be a problem.
The meat bugs are gone. You can go back to polishing your thumb screws or whatever.
Are you sure that not one of those monsters is left?
Pretty sure.
All right then. Here, take this gold as a token of my gratitude.
Oh, don't make me cry.
Basically got the money we gave him back. More or less.
There've been all kinds of rumors. There've been all kinds of rumors.
You didn't get that from me.
Okay. Let's go to the temple.
That's totally obvious.
We can give Geralt some meat.
Say you didn't know that. Nothing amazes me anymore.
I've heard a thing or two.
Do we need to wait until nightfall? Might as well, though. I mean, we do need to rest up anyway.
He really didn't deserve that.
It's better to watch out who you tell what.
In us enlightens all those who recognize his vision.
Just in case something odd happens.
There you are. So what is it now? Do you have anything for me to eat?
Let's keep some ham.
I could give you this ham.
Sure, give it here. Do you have more?
A piece of sausage?
Sure, give it here. Do you have more?
What about a juicy hunk of cheese?
Sure, give it here. Do you have more?
A chunk of meat?
Sure, give it here. Do you have more?
A good soup would hit the spot, don't you think?
Yeah, more.
Jesus Christ.
A chunk of meat?
Yeah, more.
How much? Yeah, I'm gonna give you some sausages.
A piece of sausage?
Yeah, more.
Yeah, you can't get enough of that sausage. It's actually very good food.
A piece of sausage?
Yeah, more.
A piece of sausage?
That's enough. With that, I'll be fine for a while. Here's my gold. I can't buy anything out here in any case, so you might as well have it. I'd better go then, before somebody sees us.
We're gonna wait for daytime before we really set out. I want to see if there's easy targets here I can pump my magic into. We had more than enough magic to kill 3, but miss. Not exactly a huge surprise, but surprisingly annoying each time it happens. I can't see shit. Just assuming I'm not gonna go die if I do this. This is not a good place to have as our base. It takes too long to rest and get to action. We're gonna rest, move into the basically the start of this entire area. And start from there. Hopefully we'll meet some of the guys who we know are basically here doing their thing. Certainly looks like all enemies are respawned, so we do need that resting place here. There should be no one in this direction, unless again orcs have respawned. That's clear. I just want to make sure none of the guys that should be here are here. I think Lester and Gorn should be in the Valley of the Mines. Yeah, this is clear. So no enemies in the rear. We're going to try to get our way through to the little cottage here. There's a good chance one of them, our guys, is there, and it's in a fairly central place with resting opportunities, so we can quickly use our magic to burn through enemies. Okay, dead dragon hunter. B.
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
That is truly the stupidest question I've heard in a long time.
I haven't a clue.
I'm waiting for something to finally happen here.
What do you expect to happen?
Oh man, you're really not the sharpest knife in the drawer. If I knew that, I wouldn't have to wait.
What could happen then?
You're getting on my nerves. Look, I don't care what happens, just as long as something does happen.
That's retarded. That's like playing a sandbox game and basically waiting for something to happen. The whole point is, if you don't like what you're doing, go do something else. If you're fucking bored standing there, just go do something. Don't expect the world to entertain you.
Why don't you do something then?
If you don't stop asking stupid questions right now, I'm gonna shut your dirty mouth.
If you just wait around here, nothing will ever happen.
God, that's it.
Everywhere I go, I have to start murdering people.
You haven't seen the last of me.
Yeah, I probably haven't. That's fine. I don't want to kill the guy yet. Although he might...
Again.
Holy shit, he's much better at this than I am.
Well, we'll see the next time.
Wait a minute. What are you hoping to find here in the Valley of Mines?
Gold and honor. What else? When I'm finished with the dragon, I'll be swimming in gold. Enough to spend the rest of my life frequenting every tavern and cat house in the country.
Either that, or you'll be dead.
So what? That's part of it. If you want to get rich, you gotta take a few risks.
How would you like to work for me from now on?
Why not? What are you paying?
I'm not sure what I'm getting with this.
Well, I'll pay you 100 gold coins for now.
All right, then. It's a start, anyway. Go ahead. I'll follow you.
You're useless.
Do you need a healing potion?
Sure. It can't hurt.
What did I give him? Can't be full.
Do you need a healing potion?
Sure.
Do you need...
Sure. It can't hurt.
This is good for us. Because I need someone who can do physical damage. And skeletons are not good enough. And Golem is weak to physical damage. So if we can have an actual heavily armed warrior with us,
do you need a...
Sure.
We only need to basically provide a little bit of support, and that's enough.
Sure.
Do you need...
Sure.
Do you...
Sure.
Do you need a...
Sure.
Smallest healing potion is like 50 points healed. So he has quite a bit of health. I don't really care if he dies or not. Do you have even have a weapon anymore? Yeah, let's eat some meat. We don't really have to. Life isn't the problem with us, anyway. As long as we have this guy with us, I can't exactly just teleport away and do whatever. Okay. I also can't use summons. Let's see what we can do. The bastard should be very valuable, especially against orcs. Against normal creatures, who gives a shit? Do you even have a weapon? Please, please, please have a weapon. He had a terrible weapon though. At least the one we picked up. Snappers, okay, it should be a good test. Snappers are not top. Not in any way. What is that with them? Might be a problem. Ah, lizards. Fire lizard. He has no weapon. Well, he's amusing if nothing else, but shit. The entire point of having the guy sort of disappear. Shit. I need to take care of the fire lizard. Yeah, Biff is gone. Didn't like the bastard anyway, but bad way to go. So I wonder if a golem is gonna kill him. One way to find out. Yeah. This is just all kinds of fucked up. Excellent, Mr. Summoned Golem. Yeah, Golem don't give a shit about fire. Well, he sort of does give a shit though. Very much so, in fact. Fire Lizard doesn't give a shit about Golem though. Yeah, it's better to just rely on yourself at this point. Undead creatures would be totally worthless. I mean, they're vulnerable to those kind of magic. Although I'm not sure if the Fire Lizard attack, what is it really considered as? It could be Dragon Fire too. Okay. Worthless loot. This doesn't help us even reach the resting point. More of a taste of what you can do with Biff. 100 gold. Thanks, Biff. I've hated to lose my money. We could transform into a creature and get to where we want quite easily. Dragon snappers. I don't want full mana, so I'm using these. We should be able to at least avoid some of these. We're not going into the forest after all. Don't track the meat box. It was a goblin cave once upon a time. Yeah, this should be fairly simple. There's just a goblin elite, orc warrior, no, orc elite. We're better off using the river. I have no idea what I'm getting into with the orc elites. Here, there should be a couple of miners. At least that's what we were here the last time. It's lurkers. It's just a way to use mana on these. I can probably do some kind of basic damage to me, and that's pretty much it. Okay.
Hey, you! Have you seen anyone come by here?
Yeah, there's been some mighty funny fellas running around here lately. They strut about in spiffed up armor and act all important.
What do those funny fellows want here?
They asked me about provisions and equipment. Man, I barely got enough for myself. They were going on about killing dragons and such. Lord knows where those boys came from, but they didn't look particularly trustworthy.
Are you alone here at the moment?
Yeah, my buddy Ingram is up and left. Yesterday he said he was having a vision, someone speaking to him very softly. Well, I didn't hear a thing. I just thought to myself, he's gone off the deep end, and then he was suddenly gone. I have no idea where he went. If you should see Ingram anywhere, tell him he still owes me a lurker skin, the bastard.
But I was under the impression that he didn't even want to leave here until the orcs are gone.
Like I said, something's wrong with him.
Another potential possession. Doesn't particularly matter though. It's a deep drop here. Are you gonna die? It's hard to say because it's a borderline thing. If you're within the safe zone, you're fine. A few centimeters outside it and you're dead. This could be bad.
Turn back before it's too late for you.
Ingram is not good enough to face us. He'll get a hit on us here and there, but
for in us.
so that's the 5th or 6th Altnac.
Oh, my head.
Evil has taken possession of you. Let me help you.
Don't touch me! I'm out of here.
How's the situation?
Thank you for your help. Unos will give us the strength to stand firm.
No idea what you're talking about. The ore chests. We probably looted these. Okay, do we have magic left? Yes, we do, but not that much. Okay, it's time. Now we at least have a position here. Fairly easy to recharge and all that. So what we're gonna do is start a massive cleansing operation here. Basically wipe out everything. Ooh, sniper.
Everything all right with you?
These boots are killing me. The new armor's really great, but why do the straps on these boots have to be so tight? If I loosen them, the boots nearly drop off my feet.
Where did you get those boots?
That old warhorse Bennett made them for us dragon hunters, and had us pay him generously for that junk to boot. If I ever lay hands on him, I'll make him eat the things first, and then force him to give me my money back.
What are you waiting for?
For Cypher to get his ass going at last. It's about time we left.
Nice camp.
You said it. Stinks like a slaughterhouse here. Dead animals and rotten trees everywhere.
What are you doing here?
I've been sitting here for some time, just waiting for the right moment.
Right moment? For what?
There's supposed to be a dragon holed up over there. A pretty vile swamp has built up there since he came. I can well remember a time when you wouldn't get your feet wet around here. But now, I'd never go in there alone. Well, Rod is still here, but he'd run at the first sight of meat bugs. What about you? You didn't just come here for the pleasure of it, did you? Let's go in there together.
Why not? I could use some help.
That's good. Then I can finally get out of here. This stink is unbearable. Just give the word.
Now would not be a good time. I don't know what I'm quite doing. I do want to test the elite orcs at some point. I need to know how resistant to damage in general they are. What it's gonna take to even kill one of them. Without a doubt they're gonna be very dangerous, but how dangerous exactly?
Nothing to be had there.
I don't think it makes sense to even try to kill everything here. I mean, you're just creating a huge amount of work for you that basically gives you nothing. I'm not sure that map is identical to what it used to be. It could be, but it sort of looks like, for example, the paths to the north edge might actually be a little open this time. It was blocked by a rock slide the previous time. It could be one of those that they basically wanted you to prevent you access from it at that point. but now it's open. Could be bullshit, but we might have enough power to kill an orc. Now there are orc elites everywhere. I have no idea what it takes to bring one of those down. Why don't you take the forward enemy? Why do you correct it to the other one? Ah, because there's actually 3 enemies there. Yeah, it doesn't make much sense to pick a fight here. Without a doubt, I'm gonna lure orcs here. And I'm not sure our friends here are in a position to take them on. And it's no way he needed to do any of the quests here, so we could try for the dragon in the swamp. I mean, why not? It's clearly not the only dragon here, and we probably need to get some kind of idea what we're going to be facing. We got the help here, which is much appreciated. There's a road that doesn't take the dragon though, and I do want to see, are we in a position to take on the lizardmen? Physical attacks summoned are not good enough, and not without spell support. It's not a good place. Yeah, lightning does wonders. Lizard sword.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Nothing to plunder.
Ocean leather statue. Okay, knowing what we know now, I mean, how easy it is to take down a lizardman, how easy it is to take down swamp gas drones, I think we have a reasonable chance to just go in there and take on the dragon. Not sure, we might have to equip the Eye of Inas first though, which will drain our mana reserves quite a bit, so I don't want to do it unless we absolutely have to. But yeah, I think I'll end it here. We're definitely going to go after the first dragon immediately. How that goes will determine quite a bit how we're going to take things here. It looks like the lightning bolt is a fairly good thing for us. It's good enough for everything. We have enough mana storage so we can take down 2 to 3 enemies before we have to replenish or rest. So it's not great. because there's no endurance really with it, but it's good enough. And in a tough situation we can pump enough mana to take down probably tens of enemies in a fairly limited amount of time. So it's good enough to burst through whatever the game is throwing at us at the moment. Also good enough that we can probably explore this map very thoroughly at this point, so unlikely to leave this until it's fully done. Not sure we want to take these guys yet. Certainly they would help against the dragon, but well, we'll find out. It's not exactly a huge loss if they both happen to die there. As long as I survive, it's all good.